Brothers from another, even if I wasn't, treat me like a cousin. I'm from California, speak a little southern, cheap about a dozen. Can you keep a secret? Look who in my recent, she's so indecent. You don't want no beef with, you don't want no beef with.
Talk to me wild like they ain't tired of be down like we all. Copy my style and show it to their friends and try to say that it's done, but y'all know what this is. Red on the couch and they both mahogany brown. Gap is so big it can see my house. Then again, my view's too stupid, bruh, for real. Don't forget to.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one, between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. People had this game circled this week. Two of the best teams so far squaring off here in Week 5. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for the rookie out of Notre Dame. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Back-to-back carries here. He's got room to roam. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Stouts all set to send this one away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Prescott opening with a pass. His first pass falls incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be 2nd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
They'll run in here with Jaden Blue.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Kill! Hey, 47!
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Taking a shot deep here. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
Picked up at the 38. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. He puts some juice on a deep throw. He's got it inside the 10. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Sanders connects on the play after. And the Giants drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Stout all set to send this one away. Return starts from the 16. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go!
Up the middle, Blue. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Go to 54, Wyatt. Everybody, kill.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. So that delay backs him up 5. Now 2nd and 15 to go.
Yeah! There we go! Wyatt.
He'll work against the blitz. Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. That's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Wyatt. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
3rd and long for him here. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Return gets far.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's going to be close to an outright disaster, Brock, because he winds up losing a ton of yards on the play.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And with the gun this time, here's Dart. Caught by Theo Johnson. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And it's good for a New York first down. We've set it down from 37.
First down, New York.
19 Tiger.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a first down run. He picked up 7.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They left him wide open. It's complete. And he has the New York touchdown. The Giants take a 20-zip lead. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Giants push their lead to 21-zip already. Stout all set to send this one away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. First and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! What do you think?
First down. Here's Dak. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's now second and 19 at the 14-yard line.
From the gun is Prescott. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
You know they're going to keep giving him looks, keep calling pass plays. You cannot survive a game without a completion, but the results so far, yeah, they've been a little bit rough.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Yeah, here we go! Wide. What do you think?
Dak now from the gun. That's completed right side. And they drop him with a big hit, but it's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34.
Yeah, here we go! Right check, wide.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He beams one, deep right. That's complete inside the 35. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
Here we go 47. Here we go 46.
Dak throwing again. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a small chunk off that lead. George Pickens the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys get it back to a 14-point game.
Cowboys 7. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Blake Neighbors the one he was throwing for. So it's 2nd down coming up. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Blue. He's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, here we go. I think.
Prescott on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 30-yard line.
Dak to the air here. Finds a man right side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Shotgun snap, he'll give to Blue. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
I got to give some kudos to that defense right there. Sometimes as an offense, you think you can outsmart those guys on the other side. But that defense, they were dialed in for that drop.
The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He gets his offense in better field position here to start. It's up close to the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. downfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. And lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Darts out of the shotgun. Buys time, rolling right. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Throw here, third down. That's him on the quick hitter. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Fielded at the 11. And he gets his offense in better field position here to stop. It's up close to the 30.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! 26.
He gets the handoff. Has some daylight through the 40. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Yeah! Here we go! 26.
Here's Prescott, first and 10. Got for big yards on the right side. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys make it a one-score game in the first half.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And this drive will start inside the 25. New York to the line. First and 10.
Let's go!
Blown back, it's the handoff. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
The whole thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Got a man downfield. This is Neighbors. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a 13-point lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants double their lead to 14. Stout all set to send this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. First and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! I said 26.
Levi into the right. Rob Pratt, first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. After plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. Stay with us. More from AT&T Stadium coming up. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Slide in! 26!
A 3rd down run with Blue. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Here we go, 47! Here we go. All right, hey, kill! Here we go, 46! Hey, kill! 47! 26!
Prescott here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
47! 26!
Now here's Prescott. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Here we go, 46! Here we go, kill! Here we go, go to 54, line, 26!
3rd and long, Prescott. He's over deep to the left side. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that brings up 4th and long.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Get the timeout called. We've got 5 seconds remaining in the half. Their punter making his way out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. He has it at the 22. So a little excitement there with a nice punt return on the final play of our 1st half. Stout all set to send this one away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go! Line in! Got it right now, come on! 26!
Here's Prescott. That's Pickens with the catch outright. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Here's Dak. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Prescott now to throw on third down. And this one is launched downfield. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Hicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a fourth down. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return.
At their own 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, here's Dart. Dump off caught by his back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Second and 10. Need something positive here. Here's Dart now. Brought in right side. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
This is cut by Isaiah Likely. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And he scampers ahead and gets two on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. Short pass brought in. Jukes away from one. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants push their lead further to start the half. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His third through the air this game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Stout all set to send this one away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
On the give, it's Blue. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Everybody, wide 80.
Looking for a pass on second and short. And that's not what the offense styled up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, the big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Third down, they need 7.
Hey, kill. Yeah. Here we go, wide 80.
They'll air it out on third. Trying for the deep ball. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Here's pressure, and the Giants block it! And he's marked down there, so that is where possession is going to change hands.
It's so often is a battle of speed on a punt. Who's quicker? The punter to get the kick away, or the defender off the edge charging in? What a great get-off. It's a great effort. Won in the race and earned that block.
They'll try and punch it in. He runs it across. Touchdown! The Giants can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants continue piling onto this lead. Stout all set to send this one away. Very short kick taken at the 19. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Wide 8.
First down, here's Dak. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. 35 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
1st and 10. Here's Prescott. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
Brings up second down.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide 8. 40. Yeah, here we go. Wide 8. Hey, kill. 47. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 26.
Working out of the gun. It's Prescott. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And it looks like the Giants got to that one.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them, Kate's going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
So call it a half dozen on that run, Gronk. It's second down.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. And frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down, New York.
On first down, here's Dart. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Giants football, and they've got to feel pretty good about this score entering the fourth. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flat.
Let's go. Saturday Lions.
To throw. Here's Dart. Johnson once more. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push in the Cowboys territory.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready? Rocco 80.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Here we go, set. Viking 18. Ready?
Another carry for him. No one's around him. He's got space. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
At the 60. At the 60. Let go.
Working inside the red zone. He rolls to his right. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
70 range. We're down. Go.
Darts looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Throwing on 3rd, here's Dart. And he's got it! And that's a layup for a touchdown! The Giants keep running away with this. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Stout's all set to send this one away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now it's Blue. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have got you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Wide in. What do you think?
Play action now for Prescott. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Wide in. 26.
Who gets it? And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. Break the huddle. It's second down now.
Wide in. 26.
Blue again. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Cowboys putting up points in a game decided. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Giants lining things up. First and 10. Darts out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That one hits for 30. And it's good for a New York first down. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Going on first down. It's Darts. He throws a bullet to this. This is caught inside the 15. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Giants continue piling it on here in the fourth. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His fourth receiving score of the game. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Giants grow their lead yet again. Stout all set to send this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning.
Yeah! Here we go. Wide in. Here we go. 46, 46.
Prescott on first and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys trying to do some window dressing. Blood in the water defensively after that sack. This offense facing 2nd and 23.
Yeah! Here we go. Here we go. 47. 26.
Prescott here from the gun. Trying to push deep downfield. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Debo's got it.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's second down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Back-to-back carries here. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
First and 10 from the 43. Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He's going deep this time. It connects on the deep shot. And he's going to get this down at a 9. That puts him in goal to go.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's first and goal. Motioning one of the tight ends. Right back to Neighbors, and he's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals with a chance at a sweep awaiting them